friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for a recap of 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, child. It was pretty good. Some parts were pretty good, and then we have the other parts, child. Who am I going to start with today? I hope y'all have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. Now, let's start off with Ellie and Victor. Now, as we know, the hurricane done come in, done destroyed their house, so they've been staying in hotels. That's expensive. So now they are renting an apartment until they can move into their place in Little Jamaica. Now, who's flipping the bill? Well, we know it ain't Victor. It's Ellie. Ellie is paying for everything, and she says, "Woo-wee, it's hitting my wallet." Is that right, Ellie? It's hitting your wallet. But see, Ellie wants to talk to Victor about this whole cheating thing. See, they done talked about it over the phone, but they haven't talked about it face to face. This is my questions, friend. What difference does it make now? Ellie, what difference does it make now? Not only did you know he was cheating, he was living with this woman, and he lied to you. You just had red flags just thrown up all up in your face. But now you want him to tell you face to face. The lady also said that she was flipping the bill for everything, and he asked for a motorcycle. But you want to talk to him face to face. See, you knew all this. You knew he was a cheater. You knew he was living with the woman. You knew that he lied. See, that's the big one right there. He lied to you. And you knew that this woman was flipping the bill. He asking for a motorcycle. And you knew that a hurricane was a-coming. But what did you do? You decided to pack up your whole life in the United of the States that you seemed like you was doing very well at. You got your own business, had your own place, but you got rid of all that for a cheating man that you knew. Your friends told you, "Girl, I don't think this is good. I'm telling you, this is a horrible idea." But you said, "I love him." Okay. All right. You over there now. And what are you doing while you're over there, Ellie? You spending all kinds of money. And what is he doing? Oh, that's right. He's spending your money. Because, see, he can't work. See, since the, virus and the hurricane, see, he can't work. So she's asking Victor all these things. And Victor was like, look, I know you have questions, but we done talked about this. Okay? I didn't ask that woman for no motorcycle. I ain't asked her for no motorcycle. Who you gonna believe? You gonna believe that woman? You gonna believe me? Why you believing her? See, the reason why I needed somewhere to stay is because of the virus. Victor, you gonna blame the virus for what I gather using a woman, laying up with a woman, cheating on your girlfriend with said woman. You blaming the virus. Victor, I want you to stomp all your toes. Stomp your toes. Because you sound real foolish. And Ellie, you look foolish standing there listening to this garbage. So Ellie says, "You know what? It hurt me. You hurt my feelings." He was like, "Oh, baby, no." Just gnawing the inside of his jaw. But guess what? Ellie said, "You know what? That's in the past. I have no other choice but to believe him because I love him." So Victor said, "That's what I'm talking about. Now let's just store, child. And they got to bickering back and forth about a drill. Now, she says that one drill was $100 and some. She said, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying for that drill. And you could get $50 drill in the United States. Ellie, I'm going to need for you to stop. You're no longer in the United States. If you wanted a $50 drill, you should have stayed in the United States. So then they start talking about a generator, and this one needs a battery. It only stayed powered for an hour, 4 hours. And then Ellie says, well, I can get a drill, and it can stay powered for weeks. Ellie, So Victor was like, weeks? Exactly. Ellie, if you don't go somewhere, sit down. So after all this bickering back and forth, and she said this is expensive, she ain't paying for this, she ain't paying for that, she ended up paying for a drill and a battery, and it was over $200. I ain't got nothing else to say about Ellie and Victor. I don't have anything else to say about Ellie and Victor. Please, let's move on. Child, let's get all out the way, honey. All has made it home, child. She done made it home with that beautiful baby Avi. Child, baby, that baby is cute. So she done made it home. Her mom and daddy's there. Of course, they're excited to see their daughter and their grandson because it's been over 7 months. How about when Avi seen his grandparents? Avi was like this. You look like my mama. But who is all these pale looking people around me? Who is all these white folk? Avi didn't know what to do. Avi was like that. You look like my mama. But what is going on here, child? I got tickled at that. So of course R is at her parents. It's time for her sisters and brothers to meet Avi, and they just love that baby, and they are spoiling that baby, and they are happy that their sister is home. And what do they want their sister to do? See, they want their sister to move back home. Move back home. R said, I ain't moving back home. I enjoy Ethiopia. My man is there. I promised him I'm coming back home, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We just here for this surgery. We just here to say, hey, how y'all doing? You done seen the baby. You done seen me. I'm going back to Ethiopia to be with my man. That's the plan. That's the plan. Y'all ain't got too much to say about this, okay? I'm going to move on. That next, Stephen with a V. Let's talk about him. So we have Stephen and Elena, and we have Mama Elena. They done went out to lunch, grabbing something to drink. Now, Stephen says his religion, you don't drink coffee. You don't partake in none of those caffeines. See, in his religion, you should abstain from things that affect your body. Is that right, Stephen? It's funny you use that word, abstain from things that affect your body. And coffee is one of them. Mama Elena is hearing all this. Mama Elena's already side-eyeing her daughter for being with this fool, Stephen with the V. Stephen sitting across that table looking foolish and sounding foolish with that dumb laugh. I'm like, Stephen! Oh, my eye is watering. So Elena said, well, you know, before I met you, I drank coffee every morning. Every morning before I met you. And so that mama said, I done heard enough, child. Mama Elena was waiting. She was waiting in the cut. Now, mind you, Elena has already told Mama Elena about Stephen with the V. Stephen with the V over there being a ho out here. He ain't no virgin. And then Stephen with the V thought it was a good idea to ask Mama Elena to convert. Stephen with a V, how do you hold your head up on your shoulders? Because this full of rocks. You're gonna ask this woman to convert for what? You're not even living right. How you gonna ask someone to convert to your religion when you ain't even living right? You ain't even taking it seriously. Boy, you done lost your mind. And Mama Elena said, I think the hell not. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I'm not going to convert to your religion. I think your religion is weird. Don't y'all be taking out organs. I didn't say that. Mama Elena think it. And so Elena says, how you going to ask my mom to convert when you're a whole hypocrite? You're a whole hypocrite out here. Talking about I can't have no coffee. And you ain't even living right. And then Mama Elena had enough. Mama Elena had enough. Mama Elena said, you mean to tell me you can't partake in coffee, but you can partake in throwing them legs up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. See, you can't drink no Folgers, but you can break someone's back. Boy, you done lost your mind. I got time this morning. Honey, Stephen with the V was sitting there looking foolish. I was like, Stephen, pick up your face. See, over there's your nose. It's over there. Over there, there's your eye socket. Over there is your cheekbone. See, Mama Elena came in ready, honey. Stephen over there, and hawing, honey, didn't have nothing to say. Mama Elena looking at Elena like, girl, what is this? What is this? You gonna try to get me to convert? He out here talking about you can't drink coffee, and he out here cheating and sleeping around. So Elena, she was like, ooh. So then, Stephen, okay, he thought that he was dropping bombshells. He said, technically, he did not have intercourse till he was 23. Until he was 23 is technically when he had intercourse. See, he wasn't doing the booty bop. He was avoiding the coochie. He was abstaining. Abstinence. But boy, oh boy, was it good when he was snapping somebody's back. See, intercourse is real nice. Ain't that right, Stephen? You said intercourse is real nice. And then Stephen, with his foolish self, says, now listen, it's like eating a candy bar first and then eating vegetables. Stephen, I want a need for you to sit down somewhere. Stephen really thought that he was dropping knowledge. And then he looked at the camera like this. I bet you the producers and cameraman was like. So the mama is tired of Stephen. She's tired of her daughter looking and sounding foolish. She was like, maybe it's time for y'all to break up. It's time to break up, child. You need to come back to Russia. Leave this boy. Come back to Russia. And then here is Elena. I guess it's just me, but I believe in fairy tales. I believe in happily ever after. I believe in fairy tales. Elena, I'm going to need for you to stop. This ain't no fairy tale. make up your mind. Because, honey, Steven with the V, we know what he doing and what he like, child. Talking about eating the candy bar, then vegetables. Now, let's move on. Child, let's talk about Corey and Evelina. This ain't gonna take long. Corey's still begging like Keith Sweat. Corey around there sending notes, honey. After school special notes. Sliding them underneath her door. Begging, pleading. Evelina says, I'm tired of it. So then Corey done went on the side of the road, honey, and picked some flowers. I said, Corey, I know you just didn't pick no side of the road flowers. You done went and picked some side of the road flowers. Probably full of bees and gnats and dirt. Dog piss. And you just picking them up, shaking them out. This'll do. Corey, old idiot. So here comes Evelina. Evelina said, why are you here in front of me? Now, you sending me these after school special notes. And you said in the notes that you will respect my decision. Why are you not doing that? Corey kept talking about, I'm here to fight for you, girl. I'm here for you. I love you. We ain't gonna divorce. Evelina said, speaking of that, you gonna sign those divorce papers? He said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's what Corey said. Corey said, I ain't signing he. Evelina said, let me tell you something. You and your toxic penis is gonna get away from here. Now, I don't want to have to get the landlord involved. I don't want to have to call the police. But see, you keep on messing with me, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Now you think about signing them papers and you leave me alone. I was like, Evelina, is that you can call the popo? You gonna call the popo on them? And kick him out. Corey said they done been through this before. But see, this time is different. This time she's serious. She talking about landlord and the police. But he's gonna fight for his love. Corey said that if she serves him divorce papers right now, he'll rip them up right in her face and then throw them in her face. He's not gonna give up on love. Corey, I'm gonna need for you to go on somewhere, you and Evelina. Because, honey, I really don't care. I don't care if y'all stay together. I don't care if y'all break up. I don't care if you sign or don't sign them divorce papers, friends. I don't care nothing about Corey and Evelina. I don't even know why they came back. Let's move on. Again, this is a quick one. Kenneth and Armando. Now, they are prepared for this wedding. And they don't have anything for Kenneth and Armando to do. So, Armando is bringing up to Kenneth, who's 59 years old, have a whole family, have grandchildren. And Armando said he wants a child. Kenneth, you should have looked at Armando and said, absolutely not. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. We're not having any children. We have Hannah, and I have children. I have grandchildren. I'm 59 years old. I ain't raising no kid. I ain't changing no diapers at 60-some years old. I'm not running after no babies. I got grandkids to do that. But Kenneth didn't. Kenneth didn't. Kenneth said he'll think about it. How about adoption? But see, Armando actually wants a bloodline. Like he wants them to have a child. Kenneth is like this. Didn't I tell you how old I am? See, you in your 30s. I will be 60. Absolutely not. But Kenneth, he wants to keep the peace. So they're going to an orphanage. And the orphanage is full of children that have HIV. Very, very sad. How sad is that? And so the lady is looking at them, and she was telling them the rules, the procedures, the process. And she was like, listen, same-sex marriage can adopt a child. It's uncommon, but it can be done. We have a lesbian couple in the process right now. Okay. It's more, it's well known in Mexico City, but not really in these parts. And so they're asking the question. They're like, well, how long is the process? And she said, well, it could be up to 4 years. I'm sorry, what? Kenneth would be 63 years old. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, Armando. See, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't none of my business. But I don't think so. 63 years old, adopting a child? So, of course, Kenneth, he was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Still trying to keep the peace, Joe. And so they visited with the children. Lovely, lovely, lovely scene. Those kids, it's just sad, isn't it? Just very sad. So later on, we have Kenneth and Armando. Armando still talking about having children and the bloodline and his family, accepting it, not accepting it, all this bunch of crap. Kenneth said it right, didn't he? Honey, he said, I would rather help a kid than make a kid. That's all need to be said, friend. That's all need to be said. Kenneth, honey, you and Armando don't need to be adopted, no child. You got grandbabies and you got Hannah. That's all you need. Armando, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I feel like that the producers are just trying to get them a storyline. I don't buy it. Bye. Look, bye. Bye. In your 60s, adopting a child? No. Bye. Let's move on. Last and certainly least. Oh boy. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ain't ready. Are y'all ready for this? Because, see, I have a lot to say. A lot. Let's talk about Genie. It's me. Genie meeting up with a friend, honey. They having some coffee or whatever they drinking on, child. Genie telling said friend that Submit's parents wants to move in with them. Trying to make Genie the perfect Indian wife. Need that approval. Genie said, I don't buy it. Genie said that mama, only reason why she's moving in is to break us up. Belittle me. Make me move. Make me go back to America. And that girl said, well, why would she do that? That's very common here in India. If you are a good friend of Genie's, don't you know the backstory, friend? See, we all know the backstory. Why don't you? See, Mama Submit can't stand Genie. Period. Do y'all remember when they had that set down from hell? What did Mama Submit say out her mouth? Oh, wait. Anybody putting it in the comments? Y'all remember what Mama Submit said out her mouth? Over my dead body. Over my dead body. That's what she said. But this friend don't know nothing about that. So the friend said this is very common. Very common. See, my in-laws moved in with me. And then in a couple of months, they were gone. Well, your mother-in-law probably like you, girl. See, Genie and Submit's relationship is toxic. See, it was based on lies, deceit, manipulation. Homegirl, your situation's probably different. So Genie was like, I don't know about that. See, I'm an American, and we do things differently. That girl looked right there at Genie and said, you ain't in America, girl. You are in India. You are marrying or want to marry an Indian man. This is our culture. This is how things are done. Jiggle that Genie, she checked you real nice right there. You are not in America. America. You're going to need to quit saying that. So it's time for her and Submit to have a conversation. And they're talking about the rooms. Submit was like, now listen, my parents are going to take the master bedroom. We're going to move in here in the guest bedroom. Genie said, well, I don't understand why should we give up our bedroom? What's wrong with your parents taking the guest bedroom? So Submit, of course, he hewing and hawing and says, listen here, it's tradition. Okay, we want our parents to be comfortable. I mean, I miss my parents. And I'm not going to say I don't want them to move in. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. So Submit said, why are you getting upset? Because I said I miss my parents? So Jigglernut Genie says, I'm not getting upset because you missing your parents. You can go visit your parents. You can visit your parents anytime. I can't visit my daughters. But you can go and visit your parents. Well, Genie, whose fault is that you can't visit your daughter? Whose fault is that? That's on you. See, just like he can visit his parents, you can go and, take a flight and visit your daughters. But see, you choose to stay there with Submit, wandering and pondering if he ever gonna marry you. 10 years. You've been wasting around, messing around with Submit. Talk about, I can't go visit my daughter. Sure you can. Sure you can. Ain't nothing stopping you but you. Now Submit, I got some words for you. Now Submit, I know I didn't hear this right. Now I know I did not hear Submit come out of his throat and say that he's ready for a normal life, that he's ready to go to work, that he's ready to get things back to normal. In order for that to happen, his mother and father need to move in with him because they will make Genie the perfect Indian daughter-in-law. Submit, come here. Submit, I'm going to need for you to run into a brick wall. That's what I'm going to need for you to do. You got a nerve. You got a nerve. Now see, I get to Genie in a minute, but now it's on you. Your parents moving in with you should not have stopped you from getting a job. You should have been working, but you got comfortable. You can't be sitting there and blaming Genie because your ass is lazy and you didn't want to work. You had no problem living off of her social security. You're a 30-something-year-old man and you ain't worked this whole time. But now it takes for mommy to come in here and try to teach a 60-something-year-old woman how to be a perfect housewife. Both of y'all are wrong. You enable each other. You showed up a liar. You've been lying. And then you tried to throw your mama underneath the bus. Tried to throw your mama underneath the bus. Talk about that's why you lied. Because your mama did. And let's not talk about the whole passport. Wasn't that convenient? Submit. Boy, shut up. You and Genie have a toxic relationship. You have had this whole time to ask this woman to marry you and you have refused to do it. You have come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. And for some reason, Genie has stayed by your side, accepting your excuses. Foolish. So now it's time for Mama and Papa Submit to show up. Now they done showed up, child. The coffee table had some little coffee rings on it. She spotted that within a couple of seconds. She was like, not up to my standards. She said, I want a tour of this house. Here we go. Here we go, child. She goes into the kitchen She said the kitchen was nasty. She said this don't belong here, that don't belong here, that don't belong here. Move it. And she said, what is all this in the corner? Is that filth? What is that? That is disgusting. Take this raggedy, cheap, flimsy broom and get to sweeping. Now let me tell y'all something. Now, sisters and friends, if you've been here long enough, you already know what I'm about to say. But I want your opinion first. Be honest. Let's say that was your boyfriend's mother. Not your mother-in-law, your boyfriend's mother. And she and the father's moving in. And she coming in here telling you you're a 60-something-year-old woman in your house. Because see, whether some of y'all like it or not, that's Genie and Submit's house. Really Genie's house, because see, he ain't working. Genie paying for everything. And she is standing there telling you how to do this, how to do that, what to do, how to do it. It's dirty, it's nasty. Take this broom, move it around while standing there watching you. How many of you will stand there and do it? Be honest. We're not talking about India. We're talking about just, United States. But you're an American. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. No way in hell. If my boyfriend's mother coming there and telling me I need to do this, I need to do that, and we're not married, it ain't happening. No. Especially if I'm 63 years old. It ain't happening. It's not happening. And then there's Submit standing in the cut with a smile on his face. He says, I shouldn't be happy, but I'm happy my mama's here because, you see what happening? She's cleaning. She's cleaning. She's going to become that good submissive wife. Submit, let me ask you a question. What's wrong with your hands? What's wrong with your fingers? What's wrong with your back? See, just like Genie, you ain't working either. You had all day, all the time to clean the house. Both of y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Your soon-to-be mother-in-law, questionable, comes into your house and that house nasty. It's both of you. And here is Genie bent over with that flimsy broom. I said, what is going on? She is 85 years old, osteoporosis. She can't be bent over like that. She gonna be able to stand upright. And then Submit in the cut with a smirk on his face. Y'all, let me tell you something. If that was my boyfriend, and that was my boyfriend's mother, not mother-in-law, boyfriend's mother, and my boyfriend behind me with a smirk on his face, how long you think it's going to take for me to take that flimsy, cheap broom and slam it down his throat in front of his mama? See, the mother wouldn't last long in my house. She wouldn't last 5 minutes because I will cuss him out and I will tell her, take your feet to the street. Now, if you want to live here, because, see, I pay for everything. Me and my Social Security. See, y'all always talking about how old I am. But, see, it's my check that's keeping a roof over this head. See, I can't live with y'all because y'all embarrassing me. Y'all don't want the neighbors to see me. But it's my money that got a roof over the head, not your son. Absolutely not. And then what's going to happen? After all this, Submit's mom done moved in. Gonna make hell, honey. Gonna make hell, child. I'm here for it. And Submit still won't marry you, Genie. What is it worth? You have been getting embarrassed time and time and time again on this show. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Y'all see that, sweet child? Did y'all see next week? She up there smiling up in Submit's mama's face. And Submit's mama's face was like, you a hot mess. You are worthless. You are useless. You know you never gonna marry my son, right? I'm just here to embarrass you. That's all I'm doing. Cameraman, did you get that? Genie, I'm gonna need for you to move back home. If Submit don't marry you, and you look back at this footage of how you looked, the embarrassment of it all, are you living your best life? See, Genie says she living her best life. All you know. That's it, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Leave your like, comment, and subscribe. I know some of y'all got something to say. We can talk about it, honey. Y'all know we can talk about it. We